everyone, thanks for joining me. My name is Susan Timchak. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Let me put a light on for you. And I'd like to welcome you here. Today I am going to be focusing on a stamp set called Lemon Zest. I did a previous card, so you want to check back in my other videos and you'll find a real cute card that I did before this one. I'm also going to be using the hardwood background stamp. So, and the colors we'll be using today in ink are Crumb Cake, Emerald Envy, Tangerine Tango, and Basic Black. Okay, well let's get started. So I'm starting off with a Crumb Cake card base. The card is cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Now I have another piece of Crumb Cake here, which is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. So the base card, we're going to go ahead and put that aside. We're going to open up the hardwood background stamp, and I don't bother to put it on a block or anything. I mean, I have the block, but I don't bother. I'm going to use Crumb Cake ink, and I'm just going to leave it right here in the case. And this is usually where things start falling, when I'm pressing on here. Okay, so let me close that up. I'm going to put my piece of cardstock right over the top, and I'm just going to use one of my blocks to rub along the back. If ink gets on there, it's not going to matter because you're not going to see that, and I'm not going to tell. Okay, so there is our hardwood. I love that. Then what you could do is just close this up and you go back and I'll clean that later. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that aside. Now next what we're going to do is, let me grab some cardstock here. We're going to go with Tangerine Tango, and we're going to take the full, which should be a lemon, but we're going to make it into an orange/tangerine. So let's ink that up, and we're going to stamp that. Oh, I think you love that. It just looks so juicy. All right, we'll put that aside for now and close this up. Next thing what we're going to do, and I already did this ahead of time, is I stamped some leaves just on a scrap piece using the Emerald Envy, so there's no sense in going ahead and doing that. The next stamp we need is, there is a happy birthday in here. So this is a very versatile stamp set. I love all the sayings. Life gives you lemons, live it with zest, squeeze it for all it's worth, chuck them right back, life's short, happy birthday, and to my main squeeze. So I mean, you could really get a lot out of this. Okay, so I have a piece of scrap cardstock, just something when I was doing some trimming around the craft, not the craft, the crumb cake, the piece that trimmed off, I have right here, and I'm going to stamp happy birthday, I hope, with the basic black ink. Sorry if my head's in the way. There we go, I did good, yay! All right, we'll close this up, and we are done with all of the ink that we need. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do the assembly process. So on the back of this hardwood stamp piece, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put some dimensionals. And don't forget to put dimensionals in the center. You don't have to necessarily peel the backing off of it. It just needs a little something in there so you don't get any sagging, because I hate it when my card sags. I have a trash can over there on the floor, so I don't think I'm throwing them on the floor, although sometimes I do. And it's just as easy to get the sweeper in here and run the sweeper. All right, so we have our pieces on the back. I'm going to grab some linen thread, and I'm going to just get a little piece of snail here just to help hold that on there. I'm just going to wrap this around a few times and end on the back. I find it's easy to wrap this, and then if you want to do a bow, just to go ahead and add your bow separately. So that's what I'm going to do for the ease of it all. Okay, so I have my linen thread on there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere this to the front of my card, just like that. Now I am going to take the linen thread and I'm going to make myself a bow. So to make a bow, I take a loop, I wrap this around, I make another loop, and I push that into the hole there. And there we have a bow. And you just fix it however you want it to be. And trim it up. There we go. There's our bow. So we're done with that. Okay, let's get to these orange slices. Now I have my old whale punch. This is 1 3/4 punch. And this fits perfectly for our little orange slices. So we'll punch that out. We have 2 of those that we did. Punch them out. Put that aside. Now, where is my, there it is. Here is my lemon punch. So that's what we're going to use to punch out these little leaves. So we're going to need 1 of this one with the stem. You could do it however you want, but you know, if you're following along with how I'm doing it, this is how I'm doing it. And then this one, we're going to punch out 2 of these. That's usually the hardest part, is aligning that up in there and deciding that that's the one you want to go with. All right, come on out. There's that. And here we go, 1 more. This is such a fun punch. I love this stamp set. The stamp set is so fun. If you like it, you may want to check out my upcoming class that I'm going to be hosting in October. We're going to be using this stamp set to make a lot of fun things. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to use our dimensionals again. Well, that one I got a back but not a front, so I'm not sure where the front one is. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we'll go ahead and put a lemon slice there. Now this one, we're going to trim this in half. So we're just going to cut right along. Just like that. We have a half of one. And we're going to put a dimensional on the right hand side only. On the other side, you can go ahead and put a glue dot because this is already raised up. So, you know, you don't want to put another dimensional there because that's going to kind of, you know, raise it up too high. So just to be the same level, that works great. Okay, so now we're going to take our little leaves and we're going to use glue dots. I love glue dots. I must have them like all over my stamp room. I have so many boxes of them because every time I order, and sometimes when you place an order, you just need that little bit to maybe get you up to the next level or such. Glue dots are a great thing to just throw in there. All right, so they come in handy around the house too if you have little projects that need to be done. You can use a little glue dot anywhere to hold anything. Trust me when I say that. Let's put that one there. Then my little happy birthday. I'm just going to trim this a little bit like that. More dimensionals on there. Don't look at the back. That was the first one, which wasn't very good. So sometimes little pieces hanging. This is where my little mini dimensionals would have came in handy, but I was just too lazy to go and get them. So I'm going to put, well, let's see, let's put that right about there. Then I have my little bow that I made. Another glue dot for that. We're almost done. This is a really quick, easy card. So let's put our bow there. Now I thought it needed a little something else. So let me get them. These are in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. They're called White Perfect Accents. And I had one started here already. And they come on a sheet like this. And they're actually white. But what I did is if you take it off the sheet, there's this little white paper backing. See that? If you take that paper backing off, you're left with a clear one. So I already did this ahead of time for a couple of them, but I'll use this one right to your glue dot. And I thought I wanted to make it look like, you know, our oranges had a little bit of, just like little juice was squeezing out of them. Oh, so here they are. So I did a couple of them. I'm just going to put them on my card. And maybe one more over here. And these are great because you can actually take them and use permanent markers on them. Can you see them? They're all different sizes. Use permanent marker and make them any color you want them to be because the paper is actually on the back. So you just color the top of them. Permanent marker, you're good to go. So there is our very happy birthday, happy card. I hope you liked it. Very quick, simple. I'm loving this stamp set. Something that you're definitely going to want to add to your collection because it just goes a long, long way. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a super Stampin' night. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment, hopefully a nice one. And I look forward to stamping with you again. Have a super Stampin' night. Glimmer hugs to you all. See you all again real soon. Bye for now.